You might not notice it happening at first. One day the words in your morning paper look a little fuzzy. You start squinting at the headlines, thinking it's just the lighting. Night driving becomes more difficult. The headlights feel blinding, and the glare on the road seems unbearable. You tell yourself it's just age catching up. But deep down, something feels different. It's as if a faint fog has started forming between you and the world you love to see clearly. That slow, silent change has a name: cataracts. They don't happen overnight. They develop gradually, almost invisibly. By the time most people reach 80, more than half either have cataracts or have undergone surgery to remove them. But for many, the process starts much earlier, in their 50s or 60s, long before the symptoms are obvious. Cataracts don't just blur vision. They blur confidence. They can make you hesitate to drive, avoid reading, or feel uneasy recognizing faces. And slowly they begin to steal something more important than clear sight: independence. But here's the good news: you're not helpless. Nature offers gentle, powerful ways to help slow down this process and protect your vision. And surprisingly, some of the most effective tools aren't hidden in pills or expensive supplements. They're sitting right there in your kitchen. Simple, everyday nuts. Today, let's explore how 4 of these small foods, almonds, walnuts, cashews, and peanuts, can help protect and preserve your eyesight naturally. 1. Almonds. The natural vitamin E. Shield almonds might look like just another snack, but for your eyes, they're a quiet line of defense. One of the main causes of cataracts is oxidative stress, a slow, internal rusting that damages the lens of your eye over time. This stress is caused by tiny unstable molecules called free radicals, which come from sunlight exposure, pollution, smoking, and even normal metabolism. Your eye's lens is incredibly delicate. Once the proteins inside it start breaking down, it can't repair itself. That's when the lens begins to cloud and vision slowly fades. Vitamin E is one of the body's strongest protectors against that kind of damage. It neutralizes free radicals, keeping your lens clear for longer. And almonds happen to be one of the richest natural sources of vitamin E on Earth. Just one small handful, about 20 to 25 almonds, provides nearly half of your daily vitamin E needs. But the real secret isn't in a single serving. It's in consistency. When you make almonds part of your daily routine, you give your eyes a steady flow of antioxidants to fight off cellular damage over time. I once knew a woman in her late 60s who had quietly stopped reading because the words kept blurring together. She missed reading bedtime stories to her grandkids. Instead of supplements, she simply added almonds to her afternoon tea 6 days a week. 3 months later, she told me she'd started reading again. Not for hours, but enough to finish a chapter before bed. Sometimes it's not about reversing damage instantly. It's about slowing the process and regaining moments that make life feel normal again. So, when you sit down for your morning coffee or tea, grab a handful of almonds. You're not just snacking, you're shielding your eyes from the inside out. 2 walnuts, the blood flow. Booster if almonds are your eye's shield, then walnuts are its fuel supply. Healthy eyes depend on healthy circulation. Tiny capillaries deliver oxygen and nutrients to the retina and lens, but as we age, those vessels become less flexible. When blood flow slows, your eyes receive fewer nutrients, and that can accelerate vision problems. This is where omega-3 fatty acids, the kind found abundantly in walnuts, make a big difference. Walnuts contain a plant-based omega-3 called alpha-linolenic acid, which helps reduce inflammation and improves the elasticity of blood vessels. When your circulation improves, more oxygen and antioxidants reach the eyes, keeping them nourished and clear. I remember hearing about a man in his 70s who dreaded driving at night. "I can't see through the glare anymore," he said. He wasn't overweight, didn't smoke, and walked every day, but his diet lacked omega-3s. He started adding 7 walnut halves to his breakfast, nothing more. Within a few weeks, he noticed the glare from headlights wasn't as harsh. He didn't need to pull over anymore. That small change gave him his confidence back. You don't have to overhaul your diet to see benefits. Sprinkle a few walnuts over your morning oatmeal or salad, or mix them with fruit. Just a small handful daily can help improve blood flow to your eyes and to your brain and heart, too. If your vision feels strained in the evenings or you find yourself avoiding night driving, your eyes might simply be asking for better circulation, and walnuts are one of the easiest ways to provide it. 3. Cashews. The retina's silent protector cashews may look indulgent, but they're actually nutrient-packed powerhouses for your eyes. They're especially rich in zinc and lutein, 2 nutrients that play essential roles in maintaining healthy vision, particularly as you get older. Zinc acts like a delivery driver for vitamin A, transporting it from your liver to your retina, specifically to an area called the retinal pigment epithelium, which is vital for seeing in dim light. Without enough zinc, that delivery slows down, and you may find it harder to adjust your vision when moving between light and dark environments. Ever notice that it takes longer for your eyes to adjust when walking into a dim room after being in sunlight? That's often a subtle sign of zinc deficiency. Then there's lutein, a natural pigment that acts like sunglasses for your eyes. It protects your retina from blue light damage caused by phones, TVs, and sunlight, filtering out harmful rays before they can do harm. Your body can't make lutein on its own. You have to get it from food, and cashews offer a gentle, consistent source. A woman I once spoke with, a 64-year-old pianist, told me she struggled during evening performances. The stage lights washed out the notes on the page, and she often lost her place. She started eating a small serving of cashews, about 16 to 18, each evening with fruit. Within a couple of months, she noticed an improvement. The lights no longer overwhelmed her vision, and she could find her car in the dark parking lot afterward without hesitation. Cashews aren't magic, but they're steady. They support the retina, the part of your eye that captures light and sends clear signals to your brain. That means sharper focus, better contrast, and fewer struggles in changing light. If you've noticed colors looking duller or trouble adjusting from light to dark, your eyes might be asking for a little help, and cashews can be a simple, tasty answer. 4. Peanuts, the everyday lens. Savor now. Let's talk about one of the most overlooked vision foods of all, peanuts. They're often dismissed as junk food, but plain roasted peanuts are loaded with nutrients that directly support your eyes. Peanuts are rich in niacin, vitamin B3, a nutrient essential for healthy blood flow, especially in the tiny vessels behind your eyes that keep the lens nourished. Poor circulation and inflammation in these areas are often linked to faster cataract progression. They also contain resveratrol, the same antioxidant found in red wine, known for its ability to reduce oxidative damage and protect delicate tissues. Add a healthy amount of magnesium, and you've got a food that supports nerve communication between your eyes and brain. One older gentleman I heard about had mild cataracts that were worsening faster than expected. He wasn't into supplements, but he did love peanuts. So he made one small change, swapping his nightly cookies for a handful of unsalted, dry-roasted peanuts. 3 months later, his eye checkup showed more stable lens clarity, and he reported something even better. "I can read street signs again without leaning forward. No miracle, just steady, Natural support from a humble food most of us already have at home. So next time you reach for a snack, skip the candy or chips. A small handful of peanuts might just be one of the simplest ways to keep your eyes nourished and your vision steady. Building a simple eye. Healthy routine. Protecting your eyes doesn't require complicated diets or costly supplements. The secret is consistency, creating a small, daily rhythm your body can rely on. Here's one simple routine that works beautifully. Morning. Eat 20-25 almonds with your coffee or tea for a vitamin E boost. Lunchtime. Add 68 walnut halves to a salad or yogurt, your omega-3 for circulation. Afternoon. Snack 15-18 cashews with a piece of fruit to nourish your retina. Evening. A small handful of plain roasted peanuts instead of sweets for niacin and resveratrol support. Don't need to eat all 4 every day. Rotate them throughout the week. Aim for at least 2 types daily. If you struggle with portions, pre-pack small containers or jars for each day of the week. Having them ready makes it easy to stay consistent. No decisions, no stress. Over time, this small daily act adds up. Not just for your eyes, but for your brain, skin, and heart as well. It's one of those rare habits that gives back in more ways than one. Remember, your goal isn't perfection. It's progress. Every handful moves you closer to clearer, stronger, more confident vision.